My wife Kayla and I just had a conference call because we've got our AI Academy, Forge AI Academy, listed for sale. We're open to selling it or doing a franchise or really anything with it. We've got one location here in Calabasas, but we want to expand the idea. We don't want to just sit on it, but we've been getting a lot of really cool calls with people interested in AI schools, and with all the different governments racing to mandate it and roll it out for kindergarten, elementary school. We've had a lot of really cool talks with schools or educators. And the big takeaway is everybody's rushing to get AI in the schools. They don't really know how to do it, and it's complicated. And the main problem right now is that the speed of the AI is just so fast that it's hard to keep up on it, especially for the generative AI. And then also, while the tools are getting really great to create stuff like song lyrics, actual songs, or books, or creating images, or creating now videos, still a little clunky, but it's getting better and better. The main issue now is, while the tools are really great, and I think that it's leveling the playing field for people that didn't have the money to have a team to help them develop some of this stuff, so take an idea and actually work on it and make it great. That's been leveled, so that's great in theory. And then the second thing is the speed at which you can develop your idea is really fast too. So you have those two, I think, great things for humans. I love ideas. I love generating ideas. I come up with a lot of ideas all the time. So being able to create high caliber and ship these ideas using AI is great. The problem with the AI, though, is it's not going to stop there. So eventually, but not that far from it, books will be created on their own. Songs will be created on their own. Movies will be created on their own. And then we're in this little window right now where it's getting democratized for everybody, but it's also, and it's cannibalizing those old businesses. So it almost makes no sense to be an illustrator, a graphic designer, a classically trained musician or filmmaker now, at least for commercial purposes, because the technology is going to get so great that it makes zero sense to go study it the old-fashioned way. So the tools are great, they're wonderful, but in short order, it's going to also, even the people that are doing AI-assisted songs and books and films, they're going to become irrelevant. So this bridge to the inevitable where you'll be able to, like, let's say, sit in front of a Netflix-esque thing, Google VO, Flow, just they have inside their Flow TV, which is kind of a futuristic idea where, in theory, you could sit in front of a screen and prompt it to create any show or movie that you want. And so Netflix is definitely going to have to compete with that, and all the other platforms are going to have this instantaneous generative AI for shows and movies. And then also, it's not going to stop there. They're not going to want to wait for you to create prompts. They're going to just start prompting everything, and then the songs and the shows and the movies, they're going to have to change instantaneous. So there's going to have to be tons of variations of them, and then they're going to have to evolve on their own. And then on top of that, they'll have to get so advanced that they can read your heart rating and how you're feeling and are you losing interest. So now these things become insanely addictive, especially if they become somehow attached to you like a wearable. So anyways, crazy idea, but so we're selling, long story short, our AI tutoring school, which is project-based, and it's brutal just trying to stay ahead of the pack on the different AI tools. And then inevitably it's like, well, where does any of this go? So it's fun to learn all this stuff. It's fun to create really cool new stuff so fast. But in a year's time, 2 years' time, where does anybody go with this stuff when everything becomes completely automated on its own, responding to maybe how we feel about it instantaneously? So there could be like a book or a TV show or a song or a movie that there's just, there's 7 billion people plus, so there's 7 billion versions of a movie that we could maybe somehow reference collectively, but there's 7 billion different choose your own adventures for any of this kind of stuff. So that's pretty crazy.